Greetings and salutations, everyone! My name is Firemage, and welcome back to Rimworld Ascension Take 2, Episode 20. If you enjoy this episode, please remember to like and subscribe, and as always, mod list is down in the description. And with that, let's get into the episode. Alright, well, picking up from where we left off last episode, what do I want to get done today? Well, as I said at the end of the last episode, I want to start establishing the plumbing system so that our people, can have some actual plumbing and all that good stuff. So getting the plumbing system is going to be the primary goal of this episode, but I also want to start working on converting all of the buildings from wood to slate, as we do have a sizable amount of it, and it is, more resistant to damage. Other than that, though, there's not really a whole lot that I can get done, as it is the second of winter, so we kind of just have to wait it out. We can't really grow anything right now, so our options are pretty limited. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start working on the design for the plumbing system. It's a pretty simple thing, really. We're just gonna have to run pipes around like this, and then have them all lead to an output. Of course, we also want to avoid having it cut across the fields so that it doesn't interfere with any growing. And then we hook up a sewage outlet. Right. Let's see. I want to make sure that we get it all the way on the river right here. Then we just run some piping to that. And that should allow for all toilets, except for this one, to, auto output into the river so that we don't have to manually haul it over. Now we just connect up to this one, and there we go. Ah, I did forget about the prison. Well, let's go ahead and do that real quick. No building should be left unplumbed. And there we go. Now the plumbing network is fully designed. All we have to do now is wait for them to get around to building it. Although that might take a while, as they are focusing on the wall, which is arguably more important than getting a plumbing system established. Oh, and the anima tree is once again capable of linking to someone. Very nice. Well, I don't think we need any more Psycasters, if I'm being entirely honest. However, we can go ahead and upgrade one of our current Psycasters. Let's see. Who do I want to upgrade? I think we're going to go with Carrie, since they are a chronopath, and we want to get her leveled up quickly so that we can get to all the fun stuff that chronopaths get. And there it is. Carrie has gained yet another Psylink level. Now the question is, do we want to go for plant time skip or word of foretelling? Well, neither of them are the best. However, what do they lead to? Alright, so plant time skip leads to craft time skip, which lets us finish crafting an object instantly. However, age is the one I think we're going to try to get to. As what age does, as it says here, it de-ages the caster and ages the person they're siphoning life force from by 10. So that allows us to keep Carrie young, which is very important considering all these abilities age them up by a set amount of time. So we will start working our way towards that. Oh, and it looks like the Fallen Empire is once again coming by for a visit. They seem to really like coming and staying here, which is rather strange, and they do seem to usually come in quite large groups, which is slightly unfortunate. So we might need to actually expand the guest houses, maybe make a guest barracks, perhaps. Ah, well, it would seem that that Carrie is suffering from pretty severe frostbite and is actually has lost many limbs. I missed it, but that is in fact happening. So we are going to go ahead and start trying to tend to Carrie while they warm up a little. And that is the risk of hypothermia. And why we're making those parkas, which, you know, is taking a while. But it is being made. It would seem our pigs are also suffering from hypothermia now. That is not ideal. This cold snap is really messing us up. Going to have to build a campfire in there, warm them up. And the cold snap is over. Of course it ends right as I build another campfire. Well, that does mean that it is now warm enough outside to start planting again. So that's good. Means we can get this cornfield going. At least now we'll be able to get work done a lot quicker, as people won't be constantly freezing to death. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a collective party. The moods in the colony are getting a bit low, and we haven't done anything with our ideology in a while. Shouldn't be too difficult. I don't think it really takes anything other than a bit of wood, which, well, for once, we actually have enough of. And if this succeeds, we'll get some more development points for the ideology, and perhaps even a reward. And unfortunately, despite the fact that we had a 100% chance of it succeeding, it was unimpressive, which gives us a -1. That is rather unfortunate, and now we have to wait 20 days before we do it again. And animal clothing has been researched, which it means we are going to be researching armored animals next, which will allow us to make armor for our Thrumbo, as well as our other future war beasts, if we ever get any. So I was just checking the plumbing network, because I noticed that these were all connected up, but they weren't working. Well, turns out, I forgot to build a water well, so that we can actually pump the water, and, you know, store it. So we need to build a water pump, a wind turbine, and then we need to build some water wells, which we shouldn't need too many, so I'll just put one right there. That should be enough, since we're only running toilets right now, but that is something I forgot to do. In terms of progress on it, though, we actually have finished up the majority of the toilets that the public uses. Only ones we haven't really done yet are the prison and this one right here, but that shouldn't take us too much longer. Ooh, and a new quest, the Smoky Prisoner. This is interesting. They just want us to take care of a prisoner, huh? Well, I think doing that for some extra goodwill seems pretty plausible. It's only 15 days after all. And there they are. Go ahead and capture them. Doesn't look like they have any medical needs, so that's not too concerning. And Mad Boom Rats. This is why I want to turn my buildings to stone. Alright, looks like it's only 2 of them though, so really shouldn't be all that challenging to deal with. Honestly, Coog could probably deal with it on his own, but better just to get everyone over here. There we go. And let's go ahead and make sure that fire doesn't spread anywhere. Well, that wasn't too much of a threat, but that is just another reason why getting the buildings, or at the very least the outermost ones, converted is so important. Oh, looks like one of the boom rats actually managed to slip past my defense and is in my cornfield. Lovely. Vera, you can't combat, but Crow can. Oh, another one. Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't just two of them. It would appear that we have been flanked. Outsmarted by rats. Alright, that's 1. And 2. Alright. Well, now we need to rescue Loco. Let's see, yeesh. Death in 5 hours. Loco really got ripped apart by those rats. Are there any more man-hunting rats? Does not seem like it, although there is one of these. Very interesting. And there we go. Armored Animals has been researched. I think next up we're gonna go with carpet making, so that we can, you know, give a little bit more color to the colony, as well as, of course, raise the beauty value of the bedrooms and guest houses. Should be somewhat effective method of doing it. Besides, growing cloth is pretty easy, even if we don't have a lot of it right now. I do need to grow more of it. And it looks like Loco has caught an infection in their torso. Most unfortunate. Luckily, we actually have medicine, so we will send Loco to rest until healed and get Coog to go ahead and start heading over to the hospital so we can get that tended to before it gets too severe. Alright, let's see, what is the tend quality going to be? Ooh, and another quest we'll have to take a look at in just a moment. Alright, looks like immunity gain is gonna beat out. Alright, what's this quest? 3 desperate refugees. Yep. Accept that. And there they are, the 3 refugees. Hello. Hello, are you any good? High intellectual and medical. Very good. Intellectual, medical, crafting passion. Wow, these guys are all very intellectually savvy. And very good with crafting. Well, suppose I shouldn't complain. That just means we're going to get through the research even faster. Looks like we can actually give Blizzard here an expertise. We'll go ahead and do that in researching. They may not be here for long, but we can at the very least utilize their skills while they are here. Oh, it would actually seem that not only is Blizzard good at intellectual, but I missed this. He has 10 construction skills, so while I would like for him to do research, I'm actually going to have him do construction. The more construction we can get done, the better. We do have a lot of stuff that needs building. Oh, and looks like we have a Manhunter pack. What are they? Oh, a bunch of wild pawns, huh? That is somewhat annoying, but nothing we can't deal with. Make sure that everyone switches over to their ranged weapons, if they have them. There we go. And let's just try to fight them in the river so that they are slowed. I don't like the fact that it went tink. That is not ideal. Alright, so we are able to damage them, albeit somewhat lacking. This is gonna take a while. Ah, one of them slipped through our defenses. Yikes, that's not good. And they are slowly catching up. Oh, and Fur just got shot again. Looks like it was by Coog this time. Alright, those with only melee weapons should probably get out of the way. Actually, they might be able to do a little bit more damage. now that I think about it. Yeah, it looks like Melee's doing a little bit better. Not by a whole lot, mind you, but it is doing better. Oh. Whole bunch of bad stuff is happening right now. Looks like the hunter pack over here has angered the animals as well. Oh, angered all of the animals. Well, they have guns. Hopefully they can handle it. Alright, looks like everyone's running out of arrows. That is not good. Now, the real question is, how is it going down here? Looks like they got that settled. I can't even see where the hostiles are. There's just so many of them. Looks like there's only about 3 left. Alright. Well, everyone is crawling to safety, but they aren't really bleeding to death. Only Fur's really bleeding to death. Blur and Blizzard, and that's mainly because they got shot. So let's go ahead and go start reloading the bow so that we can deal with these last couple of them. Looks like I was wrong. There is, in fact, 4 left. White has reloaded, and so has Sam. Let's go ahead, start shooting these things. Oh, looks like the hunters are actually coming in to assist a little. Well, I won't argue with that. Alright, looks like there is only a few left. And 1 left. And there we go. All wild pawns downed. And more importantly, all bleeding out. Well, I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. What a way to leave it off. We have people down, almost everyone's injured, and, well, we almost died. We are very lucky that those hunters were here in order to take some of the heat off of us. We didn't get to finish the plumbing, but it is almost done. Only this little section here needs to be finished, and once that's done, we will begin working on finishing up the wall and converting the buildings to stone. All in all, a pretty productive episode up until the end there. And with all that said, I will see you all in the next episode.